Picture this. You are driving east on Interstate 15, escaping the endless concrete of Southern California, yearning for the neon promise of Las Vegas. Then you see it, the Nevada state line. And there sits Primm, a surreal, tiny oasis that marks your arrival. It's a town built on a simple, brilliant concept, capturing the first gamble. For decades, Primm was a vital stop. 3 casinos, Whiskey Pete's, Buffalo Bill's, and Primm Valley Resort, connected by monorails, offering cheap gas, cheap rooms, and a final fleeting chance to win before the high roller tables of the Strip swallowed your wallet. But today, Primm is a ghost town. In December 2024, the castle-themed Whiskey Pete's closed its doors indefinitely. In July 2025, the bizarre roller coaster adorned Buffalo Bills followed suit, shifting to a limited special events only schedule. The famous roller coaster Desperado sits frozen, a silent monument to a bygone era. What happened? It is not just a sad story of desert decline. It is a cautionary tale of corporate mismanagement, a changing gambler demographic, and a lethal economic shift that cannibalized Primm's entire reason for existence. The abandonment of Primm's casinos did not happen overnight. It was a slow, calculated execution that began 15 years ago. This is the truth about how the Gateway became the graveyard of roadside gambling. The story of Primm is the story of a family vision. The area was known simply as State Line until it was officially named in 1996 for the Primm family, led by patriarch Ernest Primm and his son Gary. The family started with Whiskey Pete's in 1977, a small gas station and gambling pit named after a local bootlegger. They followed up with the Primm Resort, later renamed Primm Valley Resort, and then the huge themed Buffalo Bills in 1994, complete with a 225-foot drop roller coaster and a log flume ride. These resorts were an essential piece of Americana, a family-friendly welcome to Nevada. But the Primm family's ambition went beyond the state line. In a move that sealed their legacy and perhaps doomed their border town, Primm Resorts partnered with MGM Grand to build one of the most iconic resorts on the Las Vegas Strip, New York Hotel and Casino. In March 1999, MGM Grand Incorporated acquired Primm Resorts, gaining full ownership of New York, and the 3 Primm properties. This sale marked the end of the founder's vision and the beginning of Primm being treated as a secondary asset by a massive corporation focused entirely on the Strip. Primm was no longer a passion project, it was a line item on a sprawling balance sheet. The Primm properties changed hands again in 2007, just before the financial crisis, when MGM Mirage sold the entire Primm Valley Resorts group to Herbst Gaming for $400 million. Herbst, a family-owned convenience store and casino operator, rebranded the properties under their Terribles brand for a time. But the timing was catastrophic. The financial crisis from 2008 to 2009 dried up the discretionary income of the middle-class Californian gambler overnight. Californians who had been driving to Vegas to blow 20 grand like it was candy, according to some locals, suddenly had no excess equity or money to play with. The economic engine of Primm stalled. Herbst Gaming had acquired the properties at the absolute peak of the market, only to be crushed by the subsequent banking collapse. They were forced to relinquish control to their lenders in 2009, beginning a period of underinvestment and decline that left the infrastructure, the monorails, the amusement rides, and the hotels to decay. The result was a dilapidated product that could not compete with its fiercest new rival. The single greatest economic factor in Primm's demise was not the recession, but the explosive, unchecked growth of California tribal casinos. During Primm's heyday in the 1990s, gaming options inside California were extremely limited. Primm provided the nearest, most attractive gambling venue. However, over the last 15 years, tribal gaming operations within California, like the Morongo and Pechanga resorts, transformed into full-service destination casinos, complete with high-end hotels, pools, and big-name entertainment. These properties are less than 2 hours from Los Angeles. For the vast majority of the minnow gamblers Primm targeted, the ones who provided the volume, it became a simple question of convenience and cost. Why drive 4 hours through the desert to a rundown casino with a frozen roller coaster when a gleaming modern tribal resort is closer to home? This shift eliminated Primm's geographical necessity. It was no longer the first best option. It became an afterthought, a quick stop for cheap gas. California lottery tickets rather than a destination. As volume declined, the ownership group's strategy became one of triage and neglect, destroying the very character that made the properties unique. The Buffalo Bills amusement park, home of the iconic Desperado roller coaster, was the family-friendly anchor that drew non-gamblers and guaranteed foot traffic. Hours became limited in 2018, and the park officially closed in 2019. The removal of the rides, including the Frog Hopper and Skydrop, eliminated the most compelling non-gaming reason to stop. The monorail system, which once linked the three casinos, ceased running in 2015. This small decision structurally isolated the properties from each other, turning a self-contained resort cluster into three separate, struggling buildings along a highway. The iconic exhibits also vanished. The bullet-riddled Bonnie and Clyde death car, which had been a major draw at Whiskey Pete's, was shuffled between the different Primm properties, most recently ending up at the sole remaining open casino, Primm Valley Resort, in 2025. This constant repositioning and dismantling of the resort's themes signaled a corporate strategy of consolidation rather than reinvestment. The decline of Primm is also intrinsically linked to the recent, widely publicized business model changes on the Strip. As we have seen, the Strip resorts have intentionally shifted to cater to the high roller and upper middle class, a change driven by the rise of resort fees, paid parking, and astronomical food prices. This left the budget-conscious, volume gambler feeling abandoned. Some industry observers initially theorized this shift might help Primm, making it an affordable haven for the travelers priced out of Vegas. The opposite happened. The rising costs and diminished value proposition of Las Vegas meant fewer Californians were making the trip altogether. If the destination itself, the Strip, is less appealing, the gateway to that destination, Primm, suffers an immediate catastrophic reduction in traffic. Primm wasn't saved, it was simply another casualty in the broader corporate effort to maximize revenue per guest, even if it meant eliminating the volume player. Today, the story is one of dramatic consolidation. With the full-time closures of Whiskey Pete's and Buffalo Bills, Primm Valley Resort is the only property still operating daily. Affinity Gaming, the current owner, has gained approval from Clark County to keep Buffalo Bills and Whiskey Pete's closed for up to 3 years, requiring them to open only briefly each quarter to retain their gaming licenses. This strategy allows them to concentrate all remaining demand and investment into the single Primm Valley Resort property. The owner's justification for this massive shrinkage is key. They cited a slowing of post-pandemic traffic and a severe concentration of business on weekends, stating there is simply not enough foot traffic to operate all three casinos. The only long-term hope cited by Affinity is the potential development. There is the plan for the Southern Nevada Supplemental Airport between Jean and Primm, a project not expected to open until at least 2037. This is a distant, expensive, and speculative lifeline for a town that is dying now. Primm, Nevada stands today as a stark reminder of what happens when a town's singular purpose, being the first gambling stop, is erased by market forces and corporate neglect. The rusting roller coaster and the locked doors of the castle are not just abandoned casinos. They are monuments to the moment the American road trip lost its guaranteed cheap thrill. Have you stopped in Primm on your way to Vegas? Did you witness the decline of the casino row firsthand? Comment below and share your memories of the Desperado roller coaster or the Whiskey Pete's lobby. Do you think Primm will ever see a resurgence?